Good morning. Welcome to the Homefront, episode 11. I'm going to give everybody a few minutes to jump on. This morning, we are talking about real estate investing. So I'm just going to give everybody a few minutes while Facebook builds the audience here. And I want to thank you guys for joining, all the replay viewers too. We are going to talk about real estate investing. I don't know if you've ever thought about it, but it's definitely a good way to supplement your income in the future. You'll have some sort of passive income where you are not working, you just have money coming in. So please be sure to say something so I can shout you out. And if you are watching, please share the stream. You don't know who's in your network who may be thinking about investing and may benefit from watching. What's up, Joe? Thank you for joining. Please hit the like, love, share. Let me know if you like something, if there's a topic you'd like me to discuss in on a future episode. Let's see. I also want to mention I'm going to change the format a little bit over the next few weeks. I plan to have quite a few interviews for vendors or local businesses that may be able to help you answer any questions you might have. I plan on having an insurance person on in the next couple weeks and also a carpet cleaner who can help you with tips on how to keep your carpet in the best shape. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and jump in. There's a lot of different goals in investing. You could potentially want to purchase and hold them. So they're called rental properties. You'll get a supplemental income that way. There's quite a bit of flippers out there. I know you guys have all seen those shows on HGTV about house flipping. There's a ton of shows where they leave off some of the actual information and the way things actually work. There's a lot of hard work in flipping a property. We just purchased a property in December that we're near completion on, and it's taken quite a bit of work. I can't even begin to say that I have helped on the actual work. I would probably get in a lot of trouble if I said that because I haven't touched the property. But where I come in is I actually run the numbers. So before you purchase a property, you have to make sure the numbers are right. There's a couple different ways you can do it. If you know all the costs involved in holding the property, you need to make sure you do a proper analysis. You need to find out what your after rehab value is, which is your ARV, and what essentially the home will be worth in the current market. So if you find a property that you think you can buy for $150,000, you want to make sure that your ARV is really good. Let me figure that out real quick. I don't even know that number off the top of my head. You essentially only want to purchase the rule that they use is only 70% of your ARV, which is your after rehab value, should you purchase the property at. So let me pull up my calculator real quick. And that's just a rule. That depends on your repair costs or rehab costs. You don't want to spend too much money when you purchase it. So if your ARV on a property is going to be $250,000, if you're following just that standard rule, you wouldn't want to pay more than $175,000 for it. That pretty much helps you determine your costs that are involved as a rule. But if you have a property that needs to be completely rebuilt, it is not going to fall in that rule. So you really need to put your eyes on it, get a good estimate and idea of what's going to cost to fix the property. And you also need to factor in your utilities, your mortgage, your commissions that you're going to have to pay a real estate agent on one side or both sides. If you you do have a license or you do not, you're going to have to work with an agent to get it listed. Also taxes and insurance. And I think that's it. I said utilities, mortgage, taxes and insurance, repair costs, commissions, and closing costs is a big factor. There's a couple different ways you can finance the property. You have your options, of course, your standard loans to the bank, hard money loans, which a lot of people don't realize that are out there. They're very expensive loans, but they are asset-based, which means you don't have to have, it's not dependent upon your credit, your income. It's dependent upon the asset. So if the numbers work, then you'll be able to get the hard money loan and move forward. But again, it costs you a lot more, so you probably want to get that property lower than what you would if you're just following the 70% rule. Feel free to jump in and ask any questions if I'm moving too quickly. There's a lot of good resources out there for investors. One, I know everybody's seen the gurus. The gurus, they want you to pay thousands of dollars to get help. They cost a lot. They'll come into your neighborhood or your area, and they are teaching you some sort of then they want to sell you on the next set of workshops, which I've heard them up to $40,000. That's not the route that I would recommend you take. There's a lot of books out there. I actually have 3 books that I've read that are really good. The Millionaire Real Estate Investor by Gary Keller. Thank you, Dion. Thank you for joining. The Cash Flow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. He's my favorite author, actually. And Rich Dad's Guide to Investing. I actually started on this when I started reading Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Thank you. I'm so glad my brows are on fleek today. I am glad I'm not one of your examples that you put up. But these are really good books. I read through this one in a day because I was so excited. This book is really good. I love reading Robert Kiyosaki's books. There's actually a social media site for investors to connect. And there's also, they do local events, which I'm a part of a local real estate investment club. The social media site is called Bigger Pockets. It's free to get on there and just read the forums. There's also a podcast, which is tremendously helpful. I've listened to it and been binge listening to the Bigger Pockets podcast. But I definitely recommend getting into a networking group that's in your area, an investment group. You can meet a lot of people, make a lot of connections, and you can partner up with someone if you're nervous about getting started. They can be very beneficial, and you can really form a good relationship. That's actually how I met my hard money lender that I work with. Great set of books. Thanks, Joe. Yeah, these are really good. I try to read like a book a week because I just love learning. I'm a lifetime learner. But if anyone else has any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I would love to help you in any way. Or if you're contemplating buying, selling, or investing, I can definitely help you with that as well. Reach out to me. As you see, I'm on Facebook. You can also find me on Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, Krista Sells VA. I am your real estate homie. So please, like I said, if you find something in the broadcast that you like, please tag a friend if you think they may benefit, or just share the stream. Thanks again, and I look forward to seeing you guys next Saturday. Bye.